body, speech, and mind in perfect oneness, I send my heart along with the sound of this bell. May the hearers awaken from their forgetfulness and transcend the path of all anxiety and sorrow. Good morning. My name is Joan Thompson Stein, and as the worship associate today, I am happy to welcome you to First Parish Church Unitarian Universalist of Kingston. Wherever you live, whomever you love, why ever you are here, you are welcome. Today, we share with you a lay-led service in music and words. For the first time in many months, we will enjoy listening to our entire First Parish choir. Yes, and sing ourselves as a congregation. We've enjoyed the music of our bell choir already and have more to look forward to from them. So, for what we have to enjoy right now, together, be thankful with me. And I'm going to introduce Dennis Randall, our lay leader this morning, who will read us the chalice lighting words as I light it.
A flame to light our path. Fire consumes and casts the bright light. May our candles' flame consume our regrets for the past, our fears about the future, and our worries about today. May it light us a path of joy and peace now.
We'll please rise and join as you are willing and able in singing together hymn number 398. And we'll sing it through twice.
To see the world in a grain of sand and a heaven in a wild flower, holding
we'd like to share our gifts. Our offering this morning will be collected as you are willing and able while we enjoy the offertory anthem by our entire First Parish Choir for May Sheep Safely Graze. It was worth the wait. The reading this morning is actually the lyrics to Light One Candle. Sundown tonight marks the beginning of this year's Hanukkah season in the Jewish faith. For the next 8 days, as one candle on the menorah is lit, it recalls their triumph over oppression more than 2,100 years ago. And in the present moment, the light celebrates their calling to help repair a shattered world. I ask you to rise with me as I read the lyrics of Light One Candle to Tony's accompaniment, and then ask you to join Kathy Kay as we all, as a congregation, sing its lyrics. The number is 222. 221. Thank you, Kathy. Light one candle for the Maccabee children with thanks that their light didn't die. Light one candle for the pain they endured when their right to exist was denied. Light one candle for the terrible sacrifice justice and freedom demand. But light one candle for the wisdom to know when the peacemaker's time is at hand.
Don't let the light go out. It's lasted for so many years. Don't let the light go out. Let it shine through our love and our tears.
Light one candle for the strength that we need to never become our own foe. Light one candle for those who are suffering the pain we learned so long ago. Light one candle for all we believe in, that anger won't tear us apart. And light one candle to bring us together with peace as the song in our heart.
Don't let the light go out. It's lasted for so many years. Don't let the light go out. Let it shine through our love and our tears.
What is the memory that's valued so highly we keep it alive in that flame? What's the commitment to those who have died when we cry out they've not died in vain? Have we come this far, always believing that justice would somehow prevail? This is the burden, and this is the promise, and this is why we will not fail.
Don't let the light go out. It's lasted for so many years. Don't let the light go out. Let it shine through our love and our tears. Don't let the light go out. It's lasted for so many years. Don't let the light go out. Let it shine through our love and our tears.
Time, that relentless line. With no enemies, it has no friends. With no beginning, it has no end. At the age of 14, after reading The Time Machine by H.G. Wells, I became fascinated by the concept of time. Now and then, and even today, I'll close my eyes, take a deep breath and blink as fast as I can, and try to capture an instant of time. I slice this image as thin as I can and cut as close as I dare, as I slide my mind into the sliver of time shaved off the face of eternity. This thin slice of time is the eternal now. It is the place and the only place life happens. Imagine for a moment time as a pencil line drawn on a blank sheet of paper. Where the lead touches the page is now. All that lies behind the point of contact is the past. And everything in front of the point is the future. We live in the tip, the moment. Yesterday, we are memories. Tomorrow, we are dreams. Today, we are real. Now, we are alive. And in this moment, we become ourselves forever. Between who I am today and the man I wish to become, I am aware that I haven't finished growing. I've reached the point in my life where there's more scenery in the rearview mirror than there is road ahead. In whatever time I have left, I've decided to live my life by the following code. And it goes like this. Fear is the father of all lies. Therefore, I will strive to be truthful and kind to all I meet. I will not be cruel. I vow to treat friends and foes, family and strangers with respect, dignity, and compassion. I will not hate. I have to confess that I remain a work in progress. You can ask Judy that my adherence to that code is sometimes sporadic, but nonetheless, there is an effort behind it. My grandfather used to tell me that we survive everything except one thing. None of us is getting out of this alive, he would tell me, so we might as well slow down, enjoy the journey, and get to know our fellow travelers. Every one of us in this meeting house today is a survivor. Like snowflakes in a blizzard, each of us is unique. Within each of us, there's a common desire to grow and thrive, despite our past or because of our past. None of us have the power to change yesterday, but we each have the capacity to change how the past affects us today. We have that power, not to change time, but to bend it to the present. Bliss, tranquility, strength, and growth reside in the moment. It's been years, but the memories are still as fresh as yesterday. My son Bradford and I running full tilt toward the edge of a cliff, and then leaping with all our might into the clear blue sky and empty space. Time seemed to stumble and then stand still as the swishing sound of running feet on sand is replaced by the whisper of wind rushing by our ears. We seem to hang suspended in space for an eternity. We are flying. As suddenly as it started, the block of frozen time thaws, and with a rush and a thump, we land feet first in a spray of dust, grit, and laughter on the slopes of a steep, sandy hill. Sometimes we were 20 to 30 feet away from our jumping off point. My son and I would race back to the top as we scramble up the sandbank and start the process all over again. With each leap, we would try to jump higher and further than the last. Another memory of tranquility in an instant of time occurred following a 2-day LRY, that was Liberal Religious Youth, coming of age workshop. Victor was one of the kids in our group, and he was also a member of the hosting church for the conference. He knew his way around the building and the grounds, and he suggested that we sneak into the church's belfry and play cards that evening. The Unitarian Church hosting the conference was a massive stone structure built in the style of a European cathedral, complete with a soaring bell tower. Under Victor's supervision, we gathered our supplies for our belfry adventure. I carried a cooler filled with ice and soft drinks. Other kids brought folding chairs, and one boy lugged along a folding card table. Victor, as our expedition leader, had a flashlight and a bag of candles, liberated from a storage unit behind the pulpit. Hidden away in the corner of the church's sanctuary was the entrance to the bell tower. We followed Victor as he led us up a winding wooden staircase high into the tower. After several minutes of climbing, we emerged through a trap door into the loft containing the church's bells. It was an open area about 20 feet by 20 feet. Overhead, several tons of large brass bells hung from the rafters. The walls of the stone tower featured large open spaces on all four sides to let the sounds of the bell ring out across the countryside. Wire mesh covered the open spaces and kept most of the pigeons out. The view from each of the openings was breathtaking. The sleeping town spread out in all directions from our vantage point above the trees. We could see empty roadways illuminated by streetlights. Shops and houses looked like a toy village. The lights on the horizon merged with the stars in the sky. It was almost like we were flying between heaven and earth. Victor set up the card table at the center of the loft, lit several candles. I placed the cooler with beverages next to the table, and the other kids arranged the folding chairs, and we all took a seat. He then produced a deck of cards, and a boy named Fred laid out several packages of long, thick, dark brown cigars, borrowed from his father's stash. The gems of treasure were 4 cigars imported from Cuba. This is a year after the Kennedy assassination. Sitting at the table, bathed in the soft glow of several candles, we were kings of the belfry. The night was warm and comfortable. Without further ado, Victor started dealing cards. I asked what game we were playing. He said we're playing a game called whist. I stated I'd never played before. He told me to follow along. The game rules were simple, and I quickly got the hang of the play. The 4 of us lit up our Cuban cigars. Some of us coughed. But they had the delicious taste of illegal tobacco. And soon we were sitting in a cloud of smoky haze, drifting slowly in the gentle breeze. The lights of the candle gave the air a hazy glow as we continued to play cards long into the night. It's hard to describe the feelings of friendship and perfect contentment that I felt. In the moment of serene perfection, all worries vanished. The memory of the night in the bell tower is one of the treasures of my life. We are authors of our moments. And in the moment of now, we can construct whatever we wish as we grow, as we evolve, and as we become the person we wish to be. The dreams that we have for ourselves, they only come true when we awake in the moment and we strive to learn who we are, to connect with the others around us. We all have, I hope, I suspect, moments and memories of tranquility and peace In this moment of now, choose carefully the setting of your mind, because this is the only moment we grow. And that's the point behind yesterday we are memories, and tomorrow we are dreams. Now we are alive. The very concept of the living now. I cannot become a better person tomorrow. Tomorrow hasn't happened. And I can't become a better person yesterday because that's gone, it's out of reach. So who we are and how we are is in this moment. Choose carefully and thoughtfully the moment you are here, because there is no other moment. There is no other time but now in which we become who we wish to be. That's the message. It's relatively short, but I ask for a moment. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Breathe in again and recall a moment of your life that brings you a special kind of peace. Hold that in your mind, in your heart, and let that moment be with you for the many moments to come. Be thankful for who you are and what you are yet to be, because we are all works in progress. We all need one another, and we all need ourselves. Blessed be. And the introduction I'm supposed to do is carefully rehearsed spontaneity. I lost the script. Here we go. Rise as you are willing and able. And we'll sing together hymn 88, The Calm of All Things.
Come, soul of all things, make it mine to feel amid the city's jar that there abides a peace of thine I did not make and cannot mar. Oh, will do neither strive nor cry, the power to feel with others give. Come me more, nor let me die before I have begun to live.
Please be seated. We extinguish this chalice, but not the light it brings to the world. With our minds and our hearts and our hands, may we choose to bless this world. Dennis and I will meet you at the door to say thank you and bless you.